Hi, I hope you're all well and good. So I have some exciting news to share. I recently launched my abaya brand. Oh my god, wait. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this journey with you all and go on this journey together. In this video, oh wait, so if the sun refused to shine. If you're new here, my name is Rahma. Nice to meet you. If you are interested in any kind of brand, or if you're just interested in behind the scenes, if you're interested in abayas, modest fashion, that kind of thing, let me tell you, you are in the right place. And I'm so glad that you've joined me here for this video. Take a minute to pause and subscribe, and also like this video. Come on, I take a second, please. Come on. I really love abayas. I have loved abayas since forever, and this is something that I've wanted to do for quite a few years now. I took a lot of time and a lot of thought. My abaya brand is called Nasfia and it is available to shop. I actually, as I'm uploading this video, I hope this video kind of gives you the insight, the tools that you need, and a little fun behind the scenes. I'm gonna tell you guys everything, and we're also gonna go on this journey together over the next few weeks, years, months. The first thing I would say is think about what kind of values that you want to have. For me, my important values is to build a community of girls, sisters. Okay, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Show support and go and follow me on my Instagram page and my Nasfia page. I do giveaways and you don't want to miss out. So I think those are really important to me. Like, everybody that I've come across through my own social media and this kind of journey that has just been so lovely, and I feel like I'm so grateful for all of you and just the community and the vibes that you bring. The other day I met the most loveliest sisters, and I always meet the most loveliest sisters. Let me not get off track, okay? First, about what direction you want to go, what values you want to have, just your whole ethos, what you want to embody. Finding a supplier, this process took a long time. Probably took me a few months because I did kind of want to take my time. There's a lot going into this. Also, it's no rush. A few things that were fundamental for me in finding a supplier was people that had good, number one, good in character, people that were professional, that were really also patient and receptive. So the main reason that I ended up choosing my supplier was they were happy to make samples and mock-ups, and for me to take time with my colors as well, going with me to source materials. I noticed that with some suppliers, they would literally rush you, and I didn't want that. I want to take my time. Next stage is, once you've found a supplier, let's get into the design stage. Okay, and I will also be showing the abayas in the next episode. I will have some snippets here and here, and the website is down in the description if you want to shop. I would recommend having some designs in mind before you go to your supplier. When I started the abayas, it was really important to me I love statement abayas, but I wanted to start with some essential abayas, and here is my why. I have a lot of abayas, many of them I might wear here and there, events, I just love to have them. But the abayas that I was finding myself wearing every day were my essentials, my staples. A simple, quick outfit, one hijab abaya, that's the outfit done. The abayas that I could make a bit more dressy if I wanted to, and also just throw on and wear them casually if I wanted to. So that is where the timeless collection started. I also took time to make sure that my hijabs were good quality, and let me tell you guys, the hijab, you think the hijab is the easy part, it's not. Because a lot of the time the hijab, it's nice to have a monochromatic look, but finding that right hijab shade and also that right hijab material. Look at these two shades. They might look the same, but they are so different. This is so different here. Also, the problem is I need this one, but we don't there's not enough quantity. I learned so much throughout this process, and one of the things that I learned was there's so many different grades of fabric. Like even for just the chiffon that we throw on, like this, I didn't want to compromise on the material. Right now we're in the midst of what's been you know, causing a bit of dilemma for me, which is finding the right hijab shades. So I had to do a lot of research, sort of learning, okay, and also there's just like so many different shades of different colors, and also different kinds of quality. This is like the best quality chiffon, and it's really nice, soft. The chiffon, this is chiffon that's come from Indonesia, some of them come from China, Korea, some fabrics come from, and they all differ in quality. And also the size. A lot of the times I was dealing with men, which is why they were like, just, you know, just grab this, just go. And I was like, no, because one thing I don't like is when a hijab comes with an abaya, but I can't wear it together and I have to choose my own, because either it's too small or I don't like the fabric. So that was also really important to me. So I really took my time in making sure the colors were right, the fabric was right, and also the size. Like the size of my abayas are very large, so it kind of gives you the option to wear it like in this flowy style. Sometimes I get asked like, how do you get that like draped, flowy, bust down 8-inch hijab look? And let me tell you, you need a longer hijab to do that. That is just, you can't compromise on that. Even with jersey, when you want to like throw it back behind you, longer materials, longer fabrics are the best way to do that. And I just feel like small details make such a difference. So yeah, we're not gonna focus on quality, but the thing is, like, one thing I actually never realized is, obviously there's like, we go for the monochromatic look, but matching, it's just, the more variables you put into the input, the more difficult it is to choose. And we got the variables, we got variables on variables. This is just one side. We are well and truly in the thick of it. Just thought, no, I'm also wearing one of the abayas. This is a timeless abaya in shade cocoa, and it's actually one of my favorites. I made sure to make sure that the abayas like were like a little bit oversized, like in terms of the arms. However, the material is thick, so it's suitable for winter, but it's not too thick, so you still can wear it in the summer. But in the winter, if you choose to wear it, you can layer underneath. One day it was cold and I literally wore a turtleneck and jeans underneath, and it didn't, because of the oversized fit, it did not look bulky at all, and it was really, really comfortable, and it was really, really warm. But days when it's like warmer, you don't need to layer too much underneath. One thing I didn't want to compromise on is the quality of the fabric. I love the tailors and stuff, but they did advise me, they were like, for the hijab material, they did advise me on fabrics that would be a lot cheaper to produce, but I said no. That's what we want, because these are like abayas that you can wear like every single day. Like my black one, I've been wearing for like a month. If you want a nice like little cute black abaya, nice maxi chiffon hijab, because sometimes I get asked where I get my large size hijabs. Also the hijabs were like, I got the hijabs custom made according to the abayas. We don't want to compromise on quality. So guys, I'm doing my first ever brand kind of shoot, and I'm so like, I'm just, you know, I'm really getting into it. Like I feel like I'm really learning so much. I had a bit of a setback this morning, which I'm not even going to get into, but one thing I've learned is that don't always take people's kindness at face value, and when you're doing some kind of business, it's really important to be very stern, because there was two people that I was going to go with, and one of them was very kind, very patient, and I thought in the long route that would actually be really, you know, nice, and like he seemed like someone that was always like reading Quran, and you know, like just like very like sweet overall. And it turns out that he really did like something that for me is a no-go in terms of like production, and basically he cheated me a little bit, so which is why I had to switch over to something else. else, the person I switched over to is a lot more reliable, so inshallah khair. It just taught me that there's like a lot of lessons that obviously you're going to learn along the way. Things are going to go wrong, okay, and there is always something, like there's always something to learn. However, we're going to continue with our little shoot that we're having, the aesthetics. I love this quality. So basically this side is super smooth, but this side fabric is just so cozy, which is why I went with this. It's so beautiful, it's so pretty, and I like the whole cozy kind of winter vibe, like little wrap around. And I made it the size a little bit bigger so you can wear layers underneath. You can wear a jumper, like a cardigan. Before I move past the design stage, another thing is get the same abaya made but with a few different people. So I got the abayas that I wanted made with 3 different suppliers. Yes, it might be costly, but it's worth it because that allows you to narrow down and choose the ones that you like. So for example, there were some that I didn't love, so I didn't go with those. So I'm really glad that I decided to go through that process. You might have a certain fabric in mind, but you might find something better, so also be very open-minded. There's not even half of it. There's not even half. But yeah, we made it. We made it there. The girls have been working, but like Alhamdulillah, we're at the final stretch. I'm just doing some shipping today. The next step is you want to create content that you can use for your website, you can use for your social media posts, for just ongoing things, and get verticals, landscapes, have photo shoots. So we're having a lovely photo shoot. Sure everything looks good and dandy and gorgeous and beautiful. Currently we're at the studio and having a good old time. Photographer, videographer, what's it called, models, actresses. We have a lighting crew, we have lighting professionals, and then it's a wrap. I quite like the studio. It's really nice. I'll leave the link for it in the description, and I probably will be back here again because the lighting is good. It's really spacious. It offers a lot of variety in terms of like their furniture. They have like different chairs, stools, hangers. They also have like different tripods and lighting, which I really like. We have all this different lighting. These. We also have some soft boxes which we utilize for some photos. It's been a lot of fun. Here are my 3 key takeaways if you want to do a photo shoot. So 1, make sure that I put together some Pinterest photos so I knew what kind of shots I wanted, but also align them with the space that you're in. So when you come in here, make a plan. So if you have 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, whatever it may be, make sure you have a plan of what photos you're going to do at each time, because some shots took longer than others, which I did not predict. And yeah, so next time I would definitely have an order of timing, like for example between 2 to 2:30, these are the angles I want to take, and don't spend any longer on that. What else I would say is make sure there's a steamer at the location, or bring a steamer with you. Okay, I'm not gonna, I thought it would be okay if I just ironed everything, and for most part it is okay, but I really like ironing clothes before I leave the house and making sure that everything's as neat as possible. So they are quite neat, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. And what else would I say? Experiment with different lightings, different kinds of cameras. So I used a professional camera, and I also used iPhone for some photos because I thought that the lighting came out better. Okay, come on, let's go. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to get out of here. We're gonna pack everything up. Part of me, one thing that I really learned that I would also tell you guys to take on, which I'm going to be taking on a lot more further process. If you're like me, if I can do something, I will do it and I will learn from it and I will enjoy the experience. But there's some things that you really should, if you can, delegate. So I'm really happy that I did a lot of things myself. Like I learned a lot about website creation, about shoots and things like that. However, If you can, delegate, and if you can't, just enjoy the learning process that it's going to be, and just know that if you're doing things yourself, it's going to take a little bit longer, and that's okay. That's okay. Have a brainstorm about your branding, what kind of brand colors that you want. For me, I wanted to choose orange, and the reason I chose orange is because it's, number one, it's a pretty color. Number two, I thought it's a color that would work with neutral colors and also work with bright colors. Anyway, I'm looking like a girl on a mission. I went to the label printing shop, and at first I thought it was quite cool in there, so I tried to take a video, but I think they must have thought I was some kind of, like, I was onto them about something, because when I asked them if they do labels, they said no. And then later on they showed me the labels, but I low-key feel like I was being given an extortionate price, because I went to somebody else, they gave me like a fraction of the price. So yeah, make your logo. There's a lot of options online to design your logo. I would also recommend getting a professional to make your logo using like Fiverr or finding a freelancer. Now we're gonna get into the formalities, as I'm gonna call it. And I worked on, number one, I had to acquire a website domain, and this costs money. It's not the most expensive thing, but it definitely is something that you need. And once you find a domain, find social medias that are available. For example, think something that is consistent is better, so it can be consistent across Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. I personally used Squarespace to create my website. If you're like completely new, don't be discouraged at all, because there's a lot of templates and things that you can alter and a lot of tutorials. I looked at so many tutorials. Everything is on the internet and you can learn anything these days. I am a firm believer that you can do anything, even if you're not interested in like maybe business abayas or anything in particular. I hope that you watch this and you just feel so capable, because you are literally so capable. Tomorrow, if you wanted to turn around and decide that you want to build a house from scratch, best believe you could find a way to do it. Where there's a will, there's a way, and if something is possible, you can do it. Okay, don't let your limiting beliefs and that voice inside your head tell you that you can't, because it's a liar. Continuing on with the legalities, our next step 7. You need to register yourself on Companies House, and also from the beginning, okay, this is a piece of advice I'm going to give you, take a note of everything. So for things that you purchase for your business, things that you put towards your business, later on when you're doing your accounts, you're gonna need all of this. And to register your business, it costs about £50, and you put in all of the details. And whilst you're putting all the details, make sure that you register an address that's not your actual home address, because when you're doing your parcels and your online website, you're going to need another address. So what you can do is you can create a virtual address, which is like an online kind of fake address just for like the things that you need to do. Or you can have what's almost like a PO box, so all of your mail goes there and then it gets rediverted to your address. After that, set up a Companies House, because otherwise anybody will be able to just go on Companies House and find your address, and you don't want that. You don't want that. The next step is your social media pages. Okay, so load up your social media pages with content, and just know that it's going to take some time. Follow me on the Nasfia Instagram, but these things, they take time, and come on the journey with us, because there's also going to be giveaways, so don't miss out. Create that content. Don't be afraid to create that content. Don't be worried about who's going to see it, because just know that this is a process and it's not overnight. It might take some time, and that's okay. We are near the end, or not the end, because this is kind of like a process and there's a lot of things that I'm going to share along the way. So yeah, I just hope that this is like a journey that we can go on together. The next stage is, once you have your supplier and you have your products and you have your website and your domain, and you've put the work into your website and you've launched and things are ready to go. So once you're ready to go, you also have to decide where you want to ship, our abayas ship to Europe, to the USA, to Canada, and also Australia. Shipping is also free if you spend over £100. However, the first day when I posted about the abayas, honestly I was just so grateful. I was so grateful for the support that I made shipping free. I made shipping free for a few days. However, I feel like that kind of just pushed me to make shipping free for anybody that maybe orders multiple abayas that show support, because you know, I really do appreciate it, even though the shipping was expensive. The shipping was expensive. Once you do that, look into shipping with different companies. So for example, when I did free shipping to America, I don't know if it was the company I shipped with, and then with them it was like first class best delivery. I don't know if that delivery was on their doorstep the next day, because tell me for one of the orders why it came up to nearly the price of 2 abayas, and I was like she's making minus revenue, but at least the girls are modest and they're looking good. And yeah, just know that this journey is going to be full of so much learning curves, and yeah, can't be mad at it, can't be mad at it. Once you are ready and you are equipped, the next step is to launch. Just tell yourself it's going to be a journey. It's going to be something that is long term, not short term. Take your time, enjoy the journey. And also I hope that you guys, whilst we're talking about enjoying the journey, I hope that you guys have enjoyed coming on this journey with me. I hope that you guys support Nasfia. She is my small business, and I hope that she's our small business, she's our baby. So I hope that we can nurture her, and I just want to create a space for girls to dress modest, be modest, and just enjoy being an abaya babe. Because don't we all? Like this video, because it would help me. I spend many hours editing these videos, so please let me know what you think. Like, speak to me, chat to me. I read all my comments, I respond to all my comments, and actually it makes me happy when when somebody takes the time to just, you know, just like leave something positive, or if you have a question, or if you want to say something, or if you just want to say hi. Also subscribe, because we're nearly at 70k, and 70k is my 100k. I'll be honest, if we can get to 100k, I would actually appreciate that as well. So yeah, subscribe. Subscribe so I can get to my 70k. Ma salama, have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good lifetime.